She refuses American asylum because she has no allegiance to country. My allegiance is to God. What a wonderful way to get out of any responsibility for your actions.
Of course.
Again.
And of course, this... Oh, God, Serena, you stupid bitch. Yeah, so you're no longer property of the U.S. You're property of Gilead.
Yeah.
And her rights are going to be restricted, and she doesn't even realize it. Like, you stupid person.
Yeah. So now she's
Serena.
restricted to Gilead-affiliated properties.
That's fun.
That sounds like a blast.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Real fun for you, sis.
Yes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the music's going to be real tight.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds like it's going to suck so hard.
Of course it
Gilead affiliated property. Like, oh my God, everybody, let's pick flowers. And I am a person who likes to pick flowers.
It's fine, though. Serena gets to trade her very own doting and adoring Twello for an Ezra Shaw. So now she gets...
Yeah. I keep referring to him as creepy Ezra throughout all of my notes.
Perfect, good.
All of them.
Henceforth, he is creepy Ezra.
That
works.
Also creepy Ezra in my notes as well. He is a lurker.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
That's so great.
So it's wonderful. So Serena's traded in one actually useful, intelligent, handsome, effectively bodyguard for this lump of a human.
Yeah.
He's like Krunk from from Emperor's New Groove. Disney reference that neither of you got. Great.
I did not see that one.
Oh, it's a gem. In any event, very big, very hulking, very idiotic man who's protecting a queen.
Oh boy.
Yep.
She is, and she doesn't need luck, guys. She's got God on her side. She's gonna be fine. And I love how Twello basically tells her to watch her step. He tells her to just watch your step. Be careful, because you're in a free country and they're not gonna put up with your fascist bullshit.
Now, I just want to note that this is the first time in this episode. It is not the last. That somebody is going to tell Serena to be careful, and she is going to, in the next moment, ignore them and move forward. And we are going to see where it ends. We know where it gets her at the end of this episode, and it is so beautiful to watch. But this is the first one of many times that someone says, "Be careful, Serena," and she goes, "Nah, fuck it."
Right? Yeah.
There's no repercussions for my actions.
I have God's will on my side.
Well, what's wonderful is that we still get our lovely anxiety music. Happy for that. And she gets escorted to a Gilead-sanctioned property, which basically looks like an office building that they're painting the walls in wives blue.
Oh, right? Yeah, the Gilead Info Center.
Yeah.
Hey, prior to that, though, when they're talking about, they're like, she's leaving and words are exchanged. She seems pensive, but she seems hopeful when Ezra is talking about how, like, Gilead has her secured. Was it Ezra that says that specific phrase? And I'm just like, oh, you have no idea how secured you are going to be. Because, I mean, I just feel like Gilead, owns your ass and you don't even know it right now. Like, she just thinks that she has, this sweet gig that she didn't really want. Yeah. But
she's missing the fact...
This is going to come with consequences.
Oh, for sure. Because she's missing the fact that they're passing her around like a baton already.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing that we've seen happen to June her whole time in Gilead. Because she's a woman. She can't walk around. Like, the most autonomy she had was her walking partner. Yeah. Right? So she was always carted around from one person to another. It was Nick driving her. It was Serena walking her. It was Fred taking... wherever. She was always... She didn't have the autonomy to move around. And you can see it in this scene. She's literally being passed off from one government agency to another. Yeah. And it's just lost on her.
Yep. She's property.
She doesn't think she is, though. She really doesn't get it yet. And there are sirens blaring in the background, and she still doesn't get it. Yes. Every time they tell her to be careful, there is some ominous dog barking. There's sirens. It is always happening. She can't see it yet. No. She just can't.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. She's still acting like she has some level of control over this scenario when she has completely lost any sovereignty over herself. When Twello asked her for that final time, are you sure you don't want to be a Canadian citizen? Are you sure that you don't want to, or I'm sorry, I take that back, not a Canadian citizen. Are you sure you don't want to become or take asylum in America?
Mm-hmm.
That is the last real decision that she is able to make for herself. Everything else beyond and after is performative at this point.
Yeah.
Her decisions don't actually matter.
You're right.
She's making decisions about the color of what letters to be sending out.
Mm-hmm. And even that, she doesn't get the color. She
Exactly.
doesn't get the option.
It's all back to the same wife bullshit, just outside of Gilead's territories.
Yeah. She has men setting the guidelines for her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just operating within them, just figuring, well, I'm allowed to, so therefore this is freedom, and it's great.
Well, and that's the thing, because it's when she's walking through this center, it sent off alarm bells for me, because we've seen this all already. Again, this is everything we've already seen.
The
just
new
happening
old red
in Canada.
center that blew up.
Yes.
It had that vibe, right?
Right.
Yes.
And every other vibe of everything in the transition time that we've seen in this show of like they're turning Fenway, and we see Fenway and it's the gallows, and the Boston Globe, and it's a memorial that June turned. Like everything had been changed, and then we're watching now Gilead stuff be put up in Canada, and that's a horrifying feeling. It should be a horrifying feeling. Like that's not it's seeping over the border, and that's what really freaked me out. But then as you watch Serena move through the space, it's really. It's annoying. It's Serena, because it feels like season 1 when she gets the door shut in her face at work with Fred, right? She tries to go in and talk with the commanders, and like she has her notes, and Fred's like, sorry, just go home. And I think it's like following that in season 1 where she gets to see her new house. It's like, well, you can't come to the office, but you get a house. And so she's like trying to make the best of it, of like, I guess I'll just be a wife. But she's looking, and she's like morose. Like her book is being carted out and dumped in the garbage. And she opens up her closet, and it's all these wife outfits. And it's like, okay, this is your new life, Serena. Well, flash forward to season 5. She's loving her new life. This is like, she didn't really like it in season 1. It didn't feel like that was a good feeling, that flashback. But she's loving this now. This feels like every sacrifice thinks she's made has gotten her to this point, and this is everything she's ever wanted, because now she's got this little Gilead bubble where she thinks she's in control and important, but she also has the pregnancy. This is what she's always wanted, right?
Yeah.
So again, she's taking this as like God's will, and God telling her that everything that she's done is okay because it's gotten her to this point. I think that's just what she tells herself. But she walks through, now she's got an office. That's the difference. She didn't get an office before. She got shut out of the office. Now her office is in her house, and she gets to work in it. And it feels great. We know by the end of the episode, we know just from watching her get passed from one man to another, one government agency to another, that she doesn't have any kind of agency. She doesn't have any kind of freedom. But in this scene, she thinks she does. As she walks through, she is elated.
Yeah.
And it feels really good, because we know at the end that she finally is going to get a little dose of reality where she can't pretend for a minute that everything is fine. And when you see a little smug smirk on her face here, it feels good knowing it's going to be wiped off her face at the end.
Is this all we needed to do was give Serena an office like 5 years ago?
Yeah, we saw that in that
give
one
her an
episode.
office
She had
with
an
some
office,
like
and she was
black
tolerable.
blank papers and shit. And like, here, Serena, play office.
Right.
It'll be fine.
Her
Like when
and June
she-
got to have an office.
Exactly.
And it was like the one episode where I'm like, Serena's not so bad.
That was my, my feelings too. I remember that. I was just like, oh, look at them working together.
Yes.
Like real comrades. I love it. I want more of that. Well, never mind.
She just so very much wants to be useful.
Oh, boy.
But no, it's exactly that. Give the woman an office, give her some sort of task that makes her feel as though she is contributing, and as long as it fits within her ethos, and she is tolerable. She and June did work in that one episode, or like episode and a half. That little minor arc worked extremely well together. Yeah. And they collaborated well together. I mean, because they were working towards a common cause. That's what happens when you get incredibly powerful women together to work towards one common goal, is that they can play nicely together.